Ciao Milanisti, how's everybody doing? Well, unfortunately, Milan did not grab the bull by its horns once again, and once again, Milan wastes 2 points. We only get 1 point out of this game. The title race seems to be more and more difficult as we go forward. Maybe another sign that this team is still not ready yet to make that step. But the race is still open. The race is still open. A lot can happen from now till May. So must not lose faith. Always believe till the end. Once again, dubious call today from the referee. Very similar to maybe the Spezia situation, where former referee, as Sempre Milan here says, former referee says he cannot understand why VAR didn't intervene in Milan Udinese. And there's this video right here that shows that maybe there was a handball. And if this actually was a handball right there, if that is a handball, it does look like a handball. And if this is a handball, once again, even though today we did not have a great performance, and our performance honestly did not merit any accolades, if any, but once again, it's refereeing decisions that are affecting our season. This does look like a handball by these images right here. And if this is the case, guys, then once again, this season has been stained by really bad refereeing calls that have punished. That looks like a handball 100%. There's really nothing much to say about that. Regarding the players, nobody had a standout performance. Even Leao, even though he did score, he was maybe the more active player in the pitch, but not even he had a great performance. The team really struggled to break down Udinese. Udinese did a very good job at covering AC Milan and pressuring Milan. As a matter of fact, when Milan had the ball, most of the time it was a possession in the back between Tomori, Romagnoli, to Calabria, back to Tonali, back to Tomori, back to Romagnoli. There was really no penetration. There was no ability to weave the ball through that midfield into the offensive lines and create clean chances. Right now, Milan is definitely struggling to find its identity once again. That identity they had when pretty much throughout the season of playing courageous football. But one thing that I did notice is that Udinese did, let's say, physically outplay Milan. From a physical perspective, Milan really, once again, suffered Udinese. Udinese, a team that has tied 11 times in this in the Serie A. I think it is the team that with the most ties. So, I don't know how to feel about it because, once again, I think that Milan did not have a great game, but at the same time, this goal that Udinese scored looks like it shouldn't have been a goal. And once again, the referees are staining the great work that Maldini, Massara, and these other guys are doing. Now, guys, once again, I always said from the beginning, Milan can win the Scudetto. I don't think Milan is ready to win the Scudetto, but I think they can win the Scudetto. And this is a little bit more proof of that Milan is just not ready. They're not ready to take the bull by its horns. They need a few more players here and there, and the players that we have need to grow in character, need to grow in personality. But my biggest criticism is going to go to Pioli. And the reason why I criticize Pioli is because I'm not a fan of him starting all his offensive options from the get-go. This is something that I touched on yesterday, and I touched on quite a lot. If you start all your offensive players from the get-go, then in the long term, when it comes down to the 78th minute, he made his substitutions around the 68th minute. You don't have offensive players to bring in. So this game, you cannot change the game. Pioli is really gambling, and he has kept on doing this gamble now, and it has not paid off. Having Leao, Diaz, and Messias and Giroud or whatever in that offensive line does not pay off in the long run, because you don't have the depth, the offensive depth in the bench to bring in players that can still offer you offensive qualities. You need to score. If you're going to play with all your offensive strikers, offensive players from the beginning, you need to score 2 or 3 goals by the time you're the 68th minute. And then you can bring Rebic in to make Giroud have to take a breath. Then you bring in Salamakers for Messias. Now that makes sense, but you have to score 2 or 3 goals. But that is a gamble you're taking. I think Pioli should go back to him being a little bit more thoughtful of the players he has, and he needs to read the game in the long run. So I hope let's see how this goes. This gamble is definitely not paying off. And today, at the last 20 minutes, 25 minutes, we needed to score. We need people to score. Salamakers is not going to score for you. Maldini is not going to score. Rebic is just not there yet mentally. You don't have options. You don't have absolutely any options when it comes to offensive offensive pawns if you need a goal, if the game is not going your way. So it is what it is. Let's see what the other teams do. Once again, it's going to depend a lot on what the other teams do. But guys, we got to take it on the chin. Always, no matter what, Forza Milan. No matter what, Forza Milan. Let's see what we do against Napoli, and let's see what Inter, Napoli, Atalanta, Juve, and all these teams do in this round. Anyway, guys, please like the video, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We're going to have the post matches, and we're going to have our lives. So stay in touch. We will see you next time. Alla prossima. Arrivederci. Ciao. And always, only 2 words. Forza Milan. Ciao.